Would you like to know how to make these melt-in-your-mouth delicious pastries? Stay with me and I will show you step by step how to make them. To make these wonderful and delicious croissants, first we are going to dissolve 1 teaspoon of yeast, dry active yeast. It's not instant, it's active dry yeast, and half a teaspoon of sugar into our warm milk. And we are going to set this aside for about 5 minutes until it starts to foam. First, we put the yeast into the warm milk with a half teaspoon of sugar, give it a stir, leave it aside for 5 minutes until it's foaming. And now it has foamed, and we are going to start to make the dough. And start by adding the flour to our bowl, and then we are going to use a pastry cutter. If you don't have one, I recommend investing in one. They are not expensive. And we're gonna cut the margarine into our flour using this pastry cutter. And we'll do this until our mixture resembles as coarse breadcrumbs. So you just press together the flour and the margarine and work it all in. Turn the bowl around if you need to. This is such an easy recipe, and it's very economical and it's delicious. For holidays, for Christmas, for New Year's. This is one of our traditional Transylvanian, Romanian recipes I make for my family every year. So we are done, and it looks like this. Okay, now we are going to make a little well and add the sugar and the yeast, of course. Give it a stir first. And the yogurt. So we add the yogurt to our flour and margarine mixture. And we are going to mix them together. You can use butter instead of margarine if you prefer. And then I recommend adding a pinch of salt if you are using unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, then you don't need to do that. We are going to remove it to our working surface. I'm going to just give a little dust of flour. I'm going to remove it. All right. Okay, done. Don't want to leave anything behind. No waste. No waste here. I don't like to waste stuff. Okay, so our dough is done. Just give it a few turns around to form a dough. That's basically all you have to do. Now I'm going to cover it with a plastic and set it aside for 30 minutes. While our dough is resting, we are going to make the filling. Walnuts, finely ground. And we are adding some lemon rind. And also, I like the orange, some orange rind. This will make such a nice flavor to this mixture, the lemon and the orange together. Good? Awesome. And then we are going to stir about 2 or 3 tablespoons of jam. I'm using a raspberry jam, but you can use other jams if you want. Apricot jam. You can use different jams. Okay, I need another spoon of jam into this mixture. So 3 good spoons of, full spoons of jam. Our filling is done. And now we are going to make our little croissants. Set this aside. So we are going to first divide the dough into 6 portions. Cut it in half. And then each section in 3. And we are going to make each into a ball. On flour surface, we are going to make it into a ball and then set it aside until all of them are done. Now we are going to cover them so they don't dry, and we are going to start working with the first. And to roll it, we are going to use light pressure on our dough with a rolling pin. Roll and then twist around and roll. This way you are going to have a circle. Then twist again. We are aiming for about 8 inches in diameter. Okay, this looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take a roller cutter. So I'm using, you can use a pizza cutter or just a roller cutter, whatever, or a knife if you don't have a roller. And then I'm going to cut them into 8 to form 8 triangles. Okay, and now we are going to take our filling. I like to visually divide this filling into 6, okay, by just drawing a line across like this and then like this. So just visually to divide into about 6 parts roughly. Okay, and then I'm going to take one section. I'm going to divide it and place about a teaspoon of filling on the end on the widest part of our triangle. So that's done, and now we start rolling. Just take your dough, roll it over the filling, and pinch down a little bit on the edge. This will help to secure the filling inside the croissant. And then roll it up like this. And then twist the ends a little bit in to form the croissant and place it seam down onto the baking sheet. So there we go, another one. Place the dough over to cover the filling and then roll it up. Twist the ends a little bit in. And we are going to place them on a baking sheet. So sim down on the baking sheet. First pan is ready to go into the oven. So this is going in the preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. They should still be white. And here they are. So they are still whitish on top. And this is how the bottom looks, okay? They have cooled for about 5 minutes. So we want them still warm, not hot, but warm. I'm going to use powdered sugar. So when they are still warm, then the powdered sugar will adhere to them, will stick to them. If they are not warm, that won't happen. So just like that, you roll it in sugar and then place it on a tray, on another plate. You can also do these croissants with Turkish delight instead of walnuts. If you are allergic to walnuts, you can use Turkish delight, and they are very good with Turkish delight. This is how they look. Delicious. So let's break one. And there it is. The filling, the walnuts. Make them, give it a try, and let me know how you like them. And check out my other video. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And feel free to leave me a comment below.